Can you feel its dead-looking eyes? In many ways, it's just like me. What defines being good at what you do best? If you can never win, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. The sky was pink and we took it as a sign. The deadbeat made us wait in that stupid line. I'll make you skate with me in this broken parking lot. Can you feel the breeze? Now we're walking home, drunk on memories. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Touch blinded me with roses staring through like it can see. Can you feel my dead-looking eyes? In many ways, you're just like me. Why they had nothing to say? What would you to meet them that gay? Laying out on your fancy sofa, bench to the basement, out of the way. The sky was pink and we took it as a sign. The deadbeat made us wait in that stupid line. I'll make you skate with me in this broken parking lot. Can you feel the breeze? Now we're walking home, drunk on memories. The sky was pink and we took it as a sign. Drunk on memories. The deadbeat made us wait in that stupid line. Drunk on memories. I'll make you skate with me in this broken parking lot. Drunk on memories. Can you feel the breeze? Now we're walking home, drunk on memories. Drunk on memories. Drunk on memories. Drunk on memories. Drunk on memories.
Hey, it's Jess here with Ska Talk with Skagazine. I'm here with my co-host, Punk Rock Ryan,
What's up, everybody?
and we have a special guest tonight, but first we will catch you up on what's been going on in our lives.
Well, I've been busy as hell because, like city commissioner and shit now. So I'm doing important things and making important decisions and stuff. Or at least they
I-
tell me they're important.
I want to hear about something you did maybe for the first time last week.
Oh, I got to host my first show, which was awesome. We had a really great time. My Salamander, which is some faux activists, started us off. They did a great job setting off the energy. They're not ska. They call themselves punk. Everybody's got their own, definition of punk, which, that's the beautiful thing about it. So if they say they're punk, they're fucking punk.
Right.
You know? We're not gatekeepers here. So, but yeah, they talked about some of the things that are going on, some of the ways that they've been affected. Central Dogma played afterwards, instrumental band that kind of brought up the energy. They do some really crazy stuff with their rhythms. It's kind of some math prog rock. And then it was some ska punk the rest of the night with Antimatter, who show up looking all with the goggles, steampunk.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, he's got a coat and goggles and everything and a mask. And yeah, it's a good time. And Treehouse Rivals finished it off, and
Sweet.
we raised about $600 from mutual aid and protests. 200 of it went out already to my friend Athena. Shout out to them for manning the door all night long and making sure that we're getting the donations that we needed to make a difference. They do a lot of food distribution work, and I've got some money to throw towards some picket signs and some permit costs and porta johns and water and PA systems and all the back end expenses that go into a protest that people don't think about. Well, it doesn't cost anything to protest. It depends on how good of a protest you want to throw, really. And we've got some things that we need to fight for. So, hopefully, maybe we've got some bands that are listening. If anybody's interested in getting on board with us, I've had a lot message me already, and I actually started a Facebook group. This machine still fights fascists, so that way we can, fight fucking fascists because we need to get down dirty. They're being dirty.
Well, it sounds like you had a great first event, and wishing you many more. I also threw a show this weekend. We had a show at a brewery here locally in Marsville, Pennsylvania, which is in between Philly and Trenton. And we had 4 bands playing. It was a mixed genre show, some ska bands, some punk bands. We started off the night with Skamagachi from Buffalo, New York. Went into the Squanches, who are a punk band from Northeast Pennsylvania, and then the World's After Party played. They were amazing. It was Connor and Jamie from Catch 22's other band, and the Chemical Imbalance finished it off. And Ryan, you've seen the Chemical Imbalance. You know how heavy they
Yeah.
are, so that was
Yeah.
fun. It was a fun nightcap. So we had a good turnout. It was a great night. The brewery was happy. It was their very first show. We may do more things with them in the future. I look forward to it.
Fingers crossed. It's always nice to have another venue in the area that you can throw some shows and just have some
Yeah,
fun with your
seriously.
friends. You know. Um,
So the reason we talk about this stuff at the beginning of our episodes is because we always want to remind our listeners that if you want to have a scene, you really got to be the scene. You got to do all you can to make the scene continue on, and that whether that be going to the shows, buying the merch, throwing your own shows if nobody else is doing it for you, just get involved and do it yourself. And I always do remind everyone at the end to follow us on Instagram, where you can stay on top of our live shows, our interviews, and everything we have going on, and subscribe to YouTube or follow on Spotify. And you can catch all of our interviews before anyone else, because I always post them the day before I announce them on social media. Tonight, we have a very special guest from a ska punk band in Cleveland, Ohio called SABON.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, she just told me I'm gonna mess this up. Sophia is here with us. Welcome to our show.
Hello.
So, Sophia, you lead this band and you are the singer, is that correct?
Yes, singer and tenor saxophonist.
Nice. When did music become a part of your life? Like, how long have
I
you been
mean,
doing this?
a better question would be, when was music not a part of my life? Like, honestly, I've just always been into music, always been into, like, specifically that kind of music. I grew up listening to Strung Out. I don't know if you guys ever heard of them.
Mhm.
Probably. But yeah, so that was like a big band when I was like 7 years old. And then, of course, Iron Maiden when I was even younger than that. So music's always been like a cornerstone when I was growing up.
I was going to ask who some of your early influences were, but I would imagine those were 2 of them.
Yeah, those are definitely 2 of them.
Are there any others?
I would say heavy influences from Less Than Jake and also like bands like Catch 22 as well.
Who you recently played a show with, correct?
Yes, that's true. Earlier this year we opened for Catch 22 at the Grog Shop in
What was
Cleveland.
that like?
It was absolutely amazing. It was one of the greatest opportunities we've had as a young band. And the only reason we got that is because their opener dropped and the Grog Shop kind of
Oh,
knew about us already. So they were like, "Oh, there's only one ska punk band right now in Cleveland." So they reached out to us and then we got to open for that amazing band.
that's very cool. I had that on the outline for later, but since you brought them up, are there other musical projects you have been a part of before you started Sabon?
Me and my sister, who she's also in the band, we've had multiple like failed projects before we finally got the hang of it. We had a metal band at one point, but I feel like everyone who's been in a band has been in like a ton of other random projects that just kind of like happen to happen. Like you don't really do anything with them. Been a part of a lot of those, not really a lot of other successful projects. Sabon is like my big one.
so how long have you and your sister been making music together then? If you've been in so many projects already.
Yeah, we've been making a lot of music. It started with piano when we were both taking piano lessons. We would write like random stupid songs like when we were like 7 or 8, like pretty terrible, but like it was a start, you know. And so she's older than me. She taught me a lot of stuff that I know about music, which I think is awesome to like be able to learn from your role model and also play with them.
That's pretty awesome.
What is the age gap there?
She is turning 18 in a couple of months and I just turned 16.
Oh, cool.
You're just sitting there spinning some strung out and then going sitting down at the piano and making some
Yep.
metal stuff with older sis.
We used to force our piano teacher to transpose like punk songs into piano music so we could play them on piano. So that was another thing. That was pretty fun.
That's
Very,
pretty
very
cool.
cool. I don't know if you've heard of Punk Rockette. She had a
I
podcast
haven't.
and did like a radio thing for a long, long time. She just is giving it a break now. She plays punk songs on the piano and they sound
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
good.
Oh, I
You have
love
to
it.
check it out.
Definitely will.
So since you and your sister are together in the band, I'm assuming that's part of how SABON came together. But what about everybody else that's
Um,
contributing?
yeah, so we went to like a little bit like a music school of sorts, and the reason that we went was specifically to find other musicians because where we're from, we're like in the middle of the country. Like there's no musicians there. So we went to this music school and we were kind of like looking around like anyone who could be a friend and a bandmate because I think that that's very important as well, being able to get along with each other. So, sorry, I'm out of breath. So basically we found our bassist and our drummer and we just knew like as soon as we met them that like these are the people that we want to like play music with.
Very cool. And where did you guys get your name from?
um so it's an acronym, hence like the all caps situation. It stands for scant a buck 09. So buck 09, like the ska band from California, I'm sure you guys have heard about them. So like we were honestly just trying to think of a band name and I was like, oh my god, we're gonna be like just less than buck 09, like I swear we're gonna be like scant a buck 09. And then my sister was like, oh my god, Savon, and I was like, oh my god, you're right. And then we just stuck with it.
Have you ever seen Bucko Nine play live?
I haven't, they've never come through Ohio, so I've never gotten the chance to.
They're a lot of fun. Great group of guys. We sat down and interviewed them in person last time they played a festival out here this past April. That was fun.
Yeah,
We'll be
their music is great.
we'll be seeing them again this fall at Supernova in a few weeks.
Ooh,
So
awesome.
fun. I had for my next question, I was going to ask you about the other members in the band and what they do. So you kind of touched on that since you met them in music school.
Yeah,
And I was curious as to whether you became friends first or if you became friends through music. And it seems like a little bit of both because you were looking
definitely both, yeah.
for friends in a music place.
Yeah. So my bassist, I actually became friends with her before she was in the band because we had a different bassist at that time. And we kind of got closer and then she was talking about wanting to do more other than just like playing guitar or in her room and stuff. Like she's originally a guitarist. So I was like, "Hey, I need a bassist. Like, are you looking to join my band?" And she was like, "Sure, why not?" Cuz like we were already friends, so she was like, "Sure, I guess." And then it just turned into something cooler and now she's a pretty great bassist.
How long has the band been together?
We played our first show June of last year, I think on the 16th. So a little over a year now.
What about your drummer? That's not your sister. Judge, is that your sister
No,
judging?
she plays guitar.
Yeah.
So our drummer, he's one of my favorite people. He's so nice. He's really talented as well. Like when I was at the music school, like the first thing I noticed about him was his insane talent. So he's the youngest out of all of us, and like I would honestly say that he's probably the most experienced in what he does. He's very dedicated. He's very, very well versed in a lot of genres as well.
Yeah, that was actually one of the reasons why I picked one of the songs for Brain on Scott. We'll get into it later on, but some of the fill-ins that he does on
I know, right? He's crazy.
it's almost like a metal sound how fast it is.
Yeah, he has a lot of roots in metal and also like prog rock. I know you guys were talking about that earlier in the intro. He does some of that kind of stuff too. So it's a really cool blend of different styles, and I think that's what gives our sound like a little bit of uniqueness to it.
I would agree. It's very unique and
Mhm.
I love it. Your album's great. We'll
Well,
get into that as well. So you said you played your first show last June. At that time, how much original music did you have? Was it a very short set? Like, or had you
um,
already started writing these songs for this album that was just released?
the songs are honestly a lot of them are really old. So we had an all original set except for a cover of Surrender, which is also on our album.
Hmm.
For that show. So honestly, the studio was a long time coming for us. It was more about like getting the money together to record it. We definitely had all the songs for a really long time.
And how did you go about doing that? You just all got jobs and saved up, or did your
We
parents help
honestly
out?
yeah, so my parents, they helped with a lot of it. They helped with our startup money for purchasing merch, and then when we reimbursed them, we kind of started looking at trying to play bigger shows so that way we could like sell more merch and start a studio fund. So it's all like paid for by the band, which I think was awesome.
Have you gotten outside of Cleveland at all, or the Cleveland area?
Yeah, we've played all the way in Sandusky, we've played Cincinnati, and we played Akron. We're yet to play Columbus, but we're gonna try to set something up this October.
Oh, very nice.
How far is Detroit for you guys to get to?
I think it's like either 6 or 8 hours. I do know that we're trying to get out in Chicago sometime, or like Detroit or Chicago, sorry. I mix them up. I think we're gonna be going to Detroit by the end of the year, but that show's not announced yet, so I can't talk about it. But we will be coming to Michigan.
Oh, awesome. I mean, I'm not in Michigan, but awesome for my friends who are. Ryan's
Yeah.
in Michigan.
Oh, sweet.
I am based in Philly, or just
Oh,
outside of
okay.
Philly, PI.
Okay, cool.
You guys are talking. You're junior this year. Your sister probably just graduated.
Not yet. She's graduating next semester.
Next semester. Okay, so what are you guys' plans after you graduate high school?
I personally don't plan on going to college, and I know my drummer said he wants to go local because he wants to keep playing shows. Like music is also a big part of his life. Um, and I don't think my sister has plans for college. I think she's doing a couple things with trade school. And then my bassist, I have no idea. She's all over the place. She's got a new idea every week, so we'll see where she goes. But I know that all of us definitely want to continue the project well into college.
That's good to hear. And we've interviewed more than a few people that work in the trades. I work in the trades. I'm a union electrician.
Okay.
There's a lot of wiggle room as far as time off of work um,
Right.
when you're doing tours and when you're doing shows and stuff like that within the trades.
Right, yeah.
They tell us, you can take off as much time as you can afford, basically. So,
Yeah, that's definitely a good thing for us.
yeah. And
That's
it was an
nice.
overlooked, yeah, it was an overlooked profession for the longest time, for generations. It was always pushed, go to college, go to college. Now there's a huge demand. So,
Right, yeah. Yeah, luckily my parents have never been like that at all. They've always let us kind of choose what we want to do with our lives in the sense of like career and passions and everything. Like they've never been super pushy for a certain thing with us.
Were your parents into music when you were growing up? Is this how it all started?
So my dad was in like a million bands when he was my age. He played bass, so he's
Okay.
definitely where like my musical roots come from. My mom does not have a single musical bone in her body, but she's very supportive.
I have a kid who is 9 and he's a drummer. He's been drumming since he was 3,
Oh,
and neither my husband or I have ever played music. We both love music and we're big music fans, but I don't know where he gets his talents from.
that's amazing.
Yeah. So as far as your first LP goes, you said some of these songs were older. Uh, how does that writing process go? Is it the whole band that's collaborating together? Is it just one point person that's starting it? Is it you and your sister that's starting it all off? Like, where does
So,
that start?
yeah, so usually it starts with lyrics. I'll come to my sister with lyrics. I'll bother her at random times in the night in her room and I'll be like, "Hey Sylvia, I wrote a song." And then she'll be like, "Okay, come in, we'll get a guitar part." So then she'll write a guitar part for it and then she'll write the bass part and she'll kind of do all the structures too. Like she's a very, very talented songwriter. Like I would say that like my lyrics are nothing without her songwriting. Like she's very talented. So she'll write the bass and guitar parts, all the structure, pauses, all the little like kind of what do you call it, nuances to the songs, and then we'll bring it up at band practice, and then our drummer, the super talented drummer, he will just kind of like hear it once or twice and then he'll already have a perfect drum part to put to it.
Okay.
So I would say it's definitely collaborative. A lot of us, we all contribute our own little ideas to it. That's at least how we wrote a lot of the older stuff.
It's interesting to hear like which bands start off with lyrics and which start off with the songs themselves
Yeah,
because it varies by band. And
right.
I always thought in my head that lyrics would always come first,
Yeah,
but that's not
always
always
lyrics
the way.
first.
Speaking of lyrics, we do a segment on our show called Brain on Ska
Ooh.
that Ryan's going to take over for here.
yeah.
Tell her about it.
What we do is we wrap our brain around the ska lyrics. We dive in deep and kind of figure out the meaning behind them and what inspired you to write the song. So,
Yeah.
um, want to start with Route Six.
Okay.
First time listening to the album, it was kind of one of them that stood out to me right off the rep. And it starts off, pretty heavy with the lyrics. Today the scene is lost, no shows, no bands, no motivation. Um,
Yeah, so that's kind of like specifically in my era or area, there are not a lot of people that actually want to do something, like especially at my age and like my bandmates' ages. Like a lot of them are just kind of like moping around, like doing whatever, playing their video games. I sound old, I swear I'm not old. But like they all like no one really has ambition to do anything anymore, and that was kind of what that part was about. And it's just like frustrating to see people with so much potential just not wanting to use it.
it feels like that's kind of a running theme for the song. Yeah, it's not New York. I know it's not LA. such a long road, no place to go. No matter where it leads, I'll follow. Like,
Yeah.
kind of talk. Sounds like you're talking about your project almost.
Yeah,
with that.
it's very metaphorical, and it can also be taken literally because I literally live on Route 6, like I live on the highway. So it's like this road's super long, I don't know where it's taking me, but I'm gonna take it anyway and see where it takes me, like see where I go with it.
Pretty much have to every time you leave the house.
Yeah.
Then. So what else can you tell us about the song as far as like what it means to you? Was there anything that you were like hopes and dreams that you had when you were writing it or anything along those lines, or
So
singing it?
that was one of the first songs I actually wrote for SABON. Like that's I think our second oldest song. The oldest one we have is Ring Me Dry, but like our oldest song is Route 6. And I was kind of just like sitting there, like me and my sister were actively trying to write a song. Like it wasn't really coming naturally. So I was just thinking like, what is a big problem right now in my mind? And I was like, you know what, the fact that no one else is trying to get up and do it. You know what I mean? And I was like, I want to stand out, I want to do something, and I want to convey that to everyone that they can do it too.
That's really awesome. I feel like a lot of people just need a little bit of inspiration, a green light to do things.
Yeah.
Like, Jess can attest, that's how I am at shows. I'm the one that's starting the mosh pit, usually the
Yeah.
first crowd surfing.
Someone's got to start it, you know?
Absolutely.
That's
And
Ryan.
yeah, I mean,
Exactly. Like you got someone's got to be the one to start it, and then that always ends up being the cool person by the end of the night.
sometimes I guess maybe I don't know.
Case
I have a
specific.
tendency to act like a fool, but I have a good time doing it. So
Exactly. Yeah, and that's honestly that's all that matters. You just got to go through life, have as much fun as possible because in the end, like making a difference, having fun and living your life the way you want it are like the only things that are going to matter.
but you're not an old person. You're
But
just
I'm
going
not old.
to stage like
That's my
advice.
life philosophy. That's my generalization of how I want to live.
Um, so what about Drunk on Memories?
So that one is actually different. That was me and my bassist that wrote that, me and Ava. So I was actually, it was the first time I slept over at her house, and we were up until like 4 in the morning, and we just had like a really awesome day, you know? So we were like, it was last summer, so the vibes were up because, it was summer. So we were just like, let's write a song to like commemorate how awesome this day was. And we kind of just both did it, and I was like, I kept telling her to play ska, but she doesn't know how to play ska. So she was like, "Oh, like this." And I was like, "No." But like it turned out cool, so I was like, "We'll just make it a punk song, like it's fine." So it's kind of crazy to think that that song could have ended up being ska, but it didn't just cuz she didn't know how to play it yet.
Hey, you can always make another variation of it one day.
Exactly right. Yeah.
Kind
So
of
she
like
actually
Catbite has like 3 or 4 variations.
Oh, I love Catbite. They're so good. But yeah, so she actually plays guitar on that track. So our guitarist Sylvia, she's playing bass on it. So it's kind of a little switch up. And I think that's pretty cool, kind of showcasing like that both of them are very versatile in what they do.
Yeah, and she has a pretty sick guitar solo on that one, correct?
On Drunken Memories? I
Yeah.
don't think so. I think
That's
that
really
that
nice.
might be in Sit Tight. That's got a good guitar solo in it. I
Okay.
think Drunken Memories is one of the only songs without a guitar solo. But I won't hold it against you, I swear.
We'll cut that, Ryan.
Yeah,
Or not. We'll see how I feel that day when I'm editing.
I've been so freaking busy lately. My days run together, and forgive me if songs do sometimes.
Oh, I totally yeah, I'm actually like I'm impressed that you remembered like so many.
And you guys, your first song on the album is "Stupid Smile,"
Yes.
which is a really fun song.
Yeah.
It's kind of what you tell us about. I didn't write the song.
Yeah. No, I'm interested about your guys' interpretations though. So, that song it's pretty much like the entire song is just about like I think the events that happened in that song happened like 2 or 3 years ago. So it's basically about two of my closest friends at the time started dating and then they just started full on ignoring me and it made me so mad. So I actually wrote that during my break at work because I was just so mad and I was like, you guys suck, because I introduced them too. And then they
Oh,
totally started blowing me off. So I decided to write a song about it because I was like, oh, the band, like we're trying to write songs, right? So I wrote it and then I presented it like a year later and I was like, oh, I found this in my notes and we made a song about it.
I thought it was more of a breakup song.
Honestly, there are a couple breakup songs on there, but surprisingly not that one. That one's about, yeah, just like friends who are totally suck and decide to ignore you when they find someone better.
Well, they kind of broke up with you though, didn't they?
In a way, they totally did. I never really thought about it like
I
that.
can't argue that one.
The
Have you
funniest thing is, like, they broke up after, like, 3 months, and then they both came crawling back to me, and they were like,
Mhm.
"Sophia, whose side are you on?" And I'm like,
Neither.
"No." I'm like, "I'm on my own side, like, what? You guys weren't on my side." But yeah, it was so funny.
I would like to add a fourth song to Brain on Ska today, if you don't mind, Ryan. I don't
Yeah.
typically get
Absolutely.
involved in Brain on Ska, but I really, really like the song New Promise.
Mhm.
So, do you want to give us some insight on what that's about? I'll tell you my favorite line in the song. Minds
Yeah.
and branches break the same. I really like that line.
Yeah. That song's a cool one because it's the only one on the album that's not about a personal experience.
Oh,
So that one there is about so where I'm from Chardon, like Montville area in Ohio. It's like no one's gonna know what that is, but you know. So a neighboring town is Kirtland, Ohio, right? So basically that song is about like this cult murder that happened in the 80s.
oh,
So
damn.
yeah, so it gets pretty heavy, so it gets deep. So my dad actually, he grew up with these kids, like he knew them. His brother was friends with one of them, and the dad of that kid was actually a cult leader of a religious cult. And so the beginning, that little intro bit where it's like it sounds like that lady talking, and it's kind of like you can't really tell what she's saying. That's the wife, and that was a public domain video of her talking about the murders.
Oh,
So
goodness.
so that one's pretty deep, yeah. And then it's a really long story. I'll try to keep it short. So basically, this family of 5 wanted to leave the cult, and the husband slash dad, like the leader of the cult, he wasn't having it. So, he had a ton of people outside his barn chopping down trees with like axes and chainsaws to make a ton of noise, and then he like fully like executed that family in his barn. That
Oh,
family.
gosh.
So that line that you were talking about, minds and branches break the same, it's kind of referring to that. It's like, we're going to silence these people by making all this other outside noise. No one's going to know what happened. Luckily, they got caught and they're all in prison, so that's great. But
But
that one,
there's some dead people.
yeah, I know. But that one is like, it's very eerie. It's a very creepy song, and it's very heavy, and like the subject is very heavy as well.
That explains why I like it.
Actually, that's the only one on that album that's sung by me that my sister wrote the lyrics to. I tweaked
Oh.
a few things here and there, but she wrote that entire song front to back, drums, guitar, bass, lyrics, all of it.
That was not, nor ever could it be reason for me to accept the suggestion that Alice should have blown his brains out, as was offered in closing remarks. I find it ironic that the suggestion of aggravated murder was offered as an acceptable course of action to have prevented aggravated murder. That would have made me equal to Jeff Logan, which thing can never be, because I'm not a cold-blooded murderer. He is.
It's time to change the meaning of this godforsaken place I was. Not ashamed of what I made, but your disgrace, you left this place. They say the window to the SABON is those bloodshot eyes. I welcome you to my home, blinded by your own demise. So start counting days, cause you know you're in my mid, you're not free to go.
I'm curious, what is your favorite song on the album? Do you have one?
Definitely Sit Tight, and I'm so mad that no one else likes it as much as I do because it's such a good song.
I think the whole album is good. It's actually really hard to try to choose the songs that we use for Brain on Ska. I mean, Ryan does most of the choosing, but I know he goes through a hard time sometimes
Yeah.
because there have been times when we brought bands on and we're like, you know what? We're just going to talk about every track on the album because it's new
Right.
and we're promoting their album, but then it would last like 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
So we kind of stopped doing that. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
heard
makes
of the
sense.
band Stuck Lucky, but their last album we did that and we were on a really, really long
Oh
call.
my gosh, it must be a good album. I'll have to listen to that.
Oh, it's really good. It's called
Sounds good.
Counting Curses.
Ooh, amazing.
But yeah,
But
I sometimes when I'm having a really hard time, I'm just like, all right, this one's my favorite. You guys pick your favorite, and we're gonna do it that way.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I definitely another one I really like is Amoeba because that one is very deep. Like the lyrics mean a
mhm.
lot to me in that song.
Yeah, I think the whole album is very solid. Like
Thank you.
I've been telling everyone, this is a banger. Go listen to it. Can you believe this is just kids? Like
Oh my gosh, I appreciate that so
very,
much.
very talented.
Thank you
So,
so much.
you released the record August 16th, which is less than 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
What has the reception been?
So overwhelmingly positive. I was so surprised. I think we are past 1,000 monthly listeners on Spotify already. Um,
I had a listener point that out to me because I
yeah,
asked for like listener questions and he was like, how did they get so many followers so quick? That was one of his questions actually.
I actually have no idea how it happened. I think it might be because we made everyone wait for so long and we were just consistently playing live shows everywhere across
And you
our
were teasing the album for a while. I
Right,
saw like your
exactly,
little
yeah.
teases.
Yeah, we were kind of trying to get a little buzz around it, but the big video that gave us a lot of our following, I don't know if you guys watched it. It was that really stupid video that had the Subway Surfers clip under it. That
Uh-huh.
one did so good, and we got like 2,000 followers just from that video, and I thought it was so stupid, but we posted it the day before the album came out, and then that automatically gave us like 500 listeners.
Wow. That's incredible.
Mhm.
Like way to get your first album out there
Right, yeah.
and get people
Um,
actually listening to it.
Right, yeah, because we were told, like, if you guys are releasing a full album, no one's gonna listen to that. People only listen to, like, when you tease singles, and I'm like, "No, watch us do this." So, and yeah,
And
and
you
we're
always
all
have to do something different than everyone else. So
yeah, and
that's
if
great that you
everyone
did
else is
that.
like, "Okay, we're doing EPs and singles," and it's like, "Well, we're gonna do a whole album because that's what we wanna do. We don't wanna do what everyone else wants us to do, you know?"
Mhm. So that was this listener's question was how you grew your following so quickly. Like I went over to your TikTok before we went on here and I was like, wait, they have like 20,000 TikTok followers, like 3
Yeah.
million plus views on some of their videos.
Yeah.
Like that's
Honestly, just, like,
incredible.
my best advice for gaining a following is be really funny, be authentic to yourself, and, like, post stuff that has nothing to do with your music and everything to do with your personality to make people, like, follow you simply because they think you're cool. And then they'll discover the music and they'll be like, "Wait, this music is also cool." And that's
So
honestly
make them fall in love with you
and then when they
bring
fall
them
in love
into
with
your
the
music.
music, yeah.
Yeah. Good tip.
Yeah, that's definitely what we find works for us.
How was that record release show at the Grog Shop?
It was absolutely insane. It was probably, like, my favorite show I've ever played, like, sorry Catbite and Catch-22, but, like, that one tops it. It was so fun,
There's nothing like a record release show.
right,
That's yours.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just so many, like, positive vibes, so many people supporting us in our area, and it's crazy to think that, like, wow, 200 people showed up for us, you
Oh,
know?
that's awesome. What is the
Right.
capacity at the Grog Shop?
I think it's either 350 or
Oh,
400, but our
nice.
show
So
is also,
so it's
like
pretty full then.
it was pretty full, but, like, we
Yeah.
also started at, like, 9:30, like, the doors opened at 9. Like, I'm convinced if we had an earlier slot, we would've gotten more
Uh-huh.
people, but I would never complain. I'm so grateful for it. Like, so many people came out for us, and it was just an amazing experience.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's funny that you said that because I always found when I worked in sales, you need to be able to sell yourself first.
Yeah, I work in sales too. I totally give it
Yeah, before you ever sell a product, you gotta be able to sell yourself. So
Yeah, that's how it goes, unfortunately, but also kind of fortunately.
Yeah, you want to work with somebody you like and somebody you trust, no matter what that is. And you
Exactly,
want to
yeah.
support people that you like and that you trust. So
Right, yeah.
good
That's
point.
why, like, the local scene is as important as the national scene, in my opinion, you know? Because it's like, all those bands started out as locals at some point, like, you gotta support everyone no matter their following, you
Exactly.
know?
Local shows are very, very important. I'm going to skip over your question just because of where this is, Ryan. We can add this coming up next. But we like to ask our guests about the importance of all age shows. Now, a band like you, who is a younger band, I'm sure that's very, very important for you.
Yes, yeah.
What is your scene like? Are there enough all age shows? Do there need to be more?
Honestly, there are not a lot of like over 21 shows in my area. Like
Oh, good.
we haven't really run into issues with us being under like an underage band either. Like I've been able to reach out to the booking agents, be like, even for 21 plus venues, and be like, hey, can you get us in here? And they're like, sure. Do you guys have a parent to supervise? And we're like, yep. And then they're like, okay, cool. So that is really chill in our area. But there has been a couple times, I'm obviously not going to name names for venues, that we've been treated really poorly because we're younger. And then when we
Mhm.
get off stage, they're like, oh yeah, you guys are so great. You should totally come back. And we're like, no.
No,
Because it's like,
because you didn't fall in love with them first.
exactly. Plus, yeah, plus they're like, you can't switch up like how you treat someone based on like what they do. Like
Their
you need to treat
performance, yeah.
everyone with kindness and everyone equally, because like then who are you? Like then you're no better than like someone else who's like judging people based on their looks or like how they are, anything like that. Like you just got to be honest and equal with everyone, I feel. And that's why
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
yeah, we don't come back to some venues like that because we're like, that was really disrespectful. And if that's how you treat people, I don't want to like support you or like kind of like
Mhm.
give you publicity.
Makes total sense to me. So, not only playing shows, but you have had access to going to shows, I guess,
Oh,
because
definitely, yeah.
what do you think your situation would look like if you didn't have access to go to those shows, and how have the bands and artists that you have seen growing up encouraged you to do this?
Honestly, like a lot of like the really high energy live shows, like specifically when I saw Less Than Jake in Cincinnati and also in Punk and Drublic Festival, like those kind of were like mine and my sister's awakening because we were like, these guys are like so good, they're so fun, like I'm just having fun watching them. Like I didn't even know their music at that time because like
Mhm.
I was just getting into ska. But like when we saw them, we were like, these guys are just having so much fun, and like I'm having fun, and I want to make people have fun by being on stage and having fun, you know? So like for us, it's really more about the performance and the connection with the people.
Yeah, I saw your video of radio broadcast thing that you did. Was at a library.
Yeah, the WRUW. Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like you were having fun just in there. Like,
Yeah.
you had no audience or
We were
anything
all
like that.
told
But your banter was great. Like the show was great. It was, yeah. You could tell you guys
yeah,
were.
we were told to tune it down for that show because they didn't want us to be like too like disruptive. And we were like, okay, we'll tune it down, whatever. But yeah.
Of shows and everything. You guys have played more than a handful of them. Can you tell us a fun story or traumatic or memorable experience from a show?
Oh my gosh, there's been so many. Okay. So we'll do a bad one first and then we'll do a good one. So at the same
Perfect.
venue, I heard the sound guys talking and they were like after the sound check, they were like, I was walking to the bathroom, okay, and the sound booth is like right next to the bathroom. So I was walking and then I hear them talking, so I stop and they're like, oh yeah, that drummer's so good. Like I'm gonna turn up his mics and I'm gonna like turn down the other mics. And I was like, are you kidding me? So then we get on stage. I didn't want to say anything because it was like we were still inexperienced at that point. Not that we're experienced now. Like we're all really young, but like we have more experience now. So I didn't want to like cause drama or anything because we were just about to go on stage. So I get on stage, everything like I can't hear anything. I can't hear guitar, I can't hear bass, I can't hear vocals. And then like during pauses, I'm like, hey, can I get more in my monitor? And they're like, yeah, and then they just don't do it. And I'm like, really? Really, guys? It's like we know Caleb's good, but like, can we please turn me up? Like I can't hear it. And it was so bad. That was not a great memory. We've also had some great ones where our drummer wore a traffic cone at a show, like the entire show. He was a crayon at one point, he was a blue crayon. Another time, okay, I really hope he doesn't get embarrassed by me saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyway because it's so funny. So one time a bra somehow ended up behind the drum kit on stage. I was like, yo, Caleb, like how'd that get up here? He was like, oh, like some girl threw it at me. And I'm like, oh, really? And then like I'm like walking past the bar and then I hear his mom saying, like, yeah, I don't know why he took that out of the laundry basket. Like that's really my and it was it was the funniest thing ever. But I feel so bad saying that on here because he was so excited about it. He was like, "Oh yeah, like a girl gave it to me," and I'm like, "Dude, you literally brought that." And he's like, "No, I didn't." It
Oh
was,
my gosh, I could see my son doing that one day behind the drums.
dude,
Holy
it's always
shit.
the drummers. It's always the drummers. They're always like the wild cards.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
One day, I hope that a girl will actually throw a bra at him so he could like outlive his dreams. But for now, he's gonna have to go with his mom's out of the laundry
Hey,
basket.
they do say fake it till you make it, right?
Hey, he's the king of that.
I know a lot of drummers who don't get a lot of recognition because they're always back there behind the kit. So tell him not to hold his breath.
Oh no, I like to say that he is a front man stuck behind the drums. Like you will notice him whether you want to or not. Like he's always doing something.
That's cool. I hope I get to see you play live one day.
I
So I'd
I
like
hope
to
he
see
can-
that.
yeah, he's very he's something, he's very much something on stage.
Um,
That's important. You got to have stage presence.
Right,
I've
yeah, he goes
band,
crazier than the most of us.
yeah, I've seen bands. I was super excited for them. Like, yeah, I've been listening to them for 10 years. This is gonna be great, and they sounded awesome. Sound just like they do on the record. And
No
that
but
performance,
was their
yeah.
performance. It's like, wow, I
Yeah.
can just turn the radio up louder.
Right, exactly. That's why I think that stage performance is like equally important as sounding good and sounding tight on stage. I always tell the band before big shows, I'm like, I'm totally fine if you sacrifice like some of your playing just to like have fun and have stage presence. That's what I like to say because it's like anyone can pull up your album and listen to it, picture perfect, like everything's where it should be. But like when you're live, like I don't think they're focusing if you miss one note. You know what I'm saying? Like I always like to say it's more important to show the crowd that you're having fun than it is to play exactly how it is on the album.
as somebody in the crowd, if the band's not having fun, I'm probably not.
Mhm.
So I get it.
Yep, yeah.
So, what other advice would you give to kids starting off on their musical journey?
As corny as it sounds, I would genuinely say like never give up on what you want to do because like my entire childhood I was bullied for being into music, for liking bands that not any of the other kids liked and all that stuff. I let it roll off my back and I didn't let that get to me and now I'm literally doing what I've always wanted to do. I'm singing on stage. People actually like what I'm doing and people are supportive and it's just like it's the greatest feeling ever. So like if someone's telling you that you're lame or you're weird for being into something else, like literally just don't listen, be better than that and be who you want to be because like it's not their life, it's your life. So I would say that that's a big part of it, like the dedication and then also like consistency. Like if the venue doesn't get back to you, email them 100 times a day until they do get back to you. Maybe not 100 because that'll annoy them. Like keep like be consistent and don't get discouraged if someone doesn't say you could play a show or they're like, "Oh no, we can't have you," blah blah blah. Like don't get discouraged, just find someone who will.
That's awesome.
Solid
That's right.
advice.
Yeah, it is. We've heard it from musicians that have been doing it 20, 30, 40 years that
Yeah.
they feel like their best work was done when they quit worrying about what other people were thinking.
Right, yeah.
Sound like this band, or they wanted to, they made what they felt was right, and they could have been more proud of it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's very important to be authentic to you. Like actually a couple days after the album dropped, we were getting a lot of DMs of people that were like complaining about the way I sound and saying like, "Oh, all the instruments are great, but her vocals suck." And I'm like at first I was looking a little sad about it because I was like, I just poured my heart and soul into this album. And then I remembered like, where's their album? Like, are they out there doing what they love doing, or are they on here hating other people for enjoying their lives? And then I realized like, why do I care? So that's obviously not something that's going to stop me, but like it's something you need to expect when you get into a very like cutthroat industry. Like people who don't know what they're talking about are going to try to tell you what you should be doing and you need to not listen to it.
Speaking of cutthroat, not only are you young, but you're a woman in a pretty much male
In a
dominated
male dominant
industry.
industry,
I mean,
exactly.
it's changing somewhat. I mean, the ska industry is completely different from the punk industry in my mind.
Yeah.
But how has that helped to hurt you?
Honestly, I think that in my area, I'm very lucky to have like a very inclusive area and scene. Like everyone is very supportive of everyone. No one judges anyone. Like we have a lot of trans representation in our scene as well, which I think is also awesome, especially because it's like
Mhm.
Cleveland, like you wouldn't expect that, but like there are a lot of like trans women and biological women that are like doing it and people are supportive of it and people love it even. And I feel like it's definitely beneficial when we're like female fronted ska punk because people are like, we've never seen that here before. So I
Mhm.
would say honestly, it's very beneficial. But I have run into issues where men like don't take us seriously, or like especially adult men, like why are you judging teenage girls? And they'll be like, oh well, actually we don't want you in your venue because blah blah blah, and like some random excuse that doesn't actually like make sense. So you
Uh-huh.
will get some of that, but just remember that those are the people that try to put everyone down. Like it's something personal, it's just like those are just unhappy people, and you got to just let it roll off your back.
In hindsight, would you do things the same way you did, or would you do anything differently looking back?
I wouldn't have it any other way. Like we've had some setbacks. Like we've had like our original drummer quit 2 weeks before the studio. That was a major setback, but then we got Caleb, so now it's like, why would I go back? Like if anything, like sorry Sebastian if you're listening, but Caleb was like a major upgrade for our sound, you know? Um but honestly, I wouldn't do it any differently because even the bad experiences or maybe the shows where I did really badly, I was learning. Like I wouldn't want every show to be perfect because then I'd never improve and like it's not fun if you're not getting better every time and being able to look back and be proud, you know? Like so I think that like progress definitely isn't linear, especially in the music world, and all your mistakes are what make you into who you are. So I definitely would just like I'd keep it exactly the same if I had any chance to go back.
Nice.
No regrets.
What was that studio experience like?
Oh, it was honestly like our studio, Signal Flow Studios, they're so amazing. They were so like accommodating to what we wanted to do. And like our mastering engineer, he literally like he loves all the bands that were our biggest inspirations, so he knew exactly what we were going for. We were in for 1 day for drums, second day guitar was done, bass and guitar were done, and then we were in 1 day for vocals, so it was 4 days of recording and then like a couple like over a span of a couple weeks for like the mixing process because like the our mixing engineer, his wife was having a baby. So we understood the like how long it took because like he was preoccupied with other things, but like so our guitarist, she went in for every single mixing session and she basically like produced the whole album. Like she was there for every single step of it. Like she knew what she was doing, she had an idea, she had a vision and she made it happen and I think that's very admirable.
Yeah, that's amazing. So you spent a lot of time together in close quarters when you were doing this, I'm
Oh,
sure.
definitely. Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be like when you go on the road together one day? Like, do you all get
I think
along that well?
I think it'll be so fun just because like okay, so Caleb, he's like so funny in a really stupid way, so I think we'd all just be like laughing the whole time. Ava sleeps most of the time, so she would just nap. And then like I think it would just be super fun because our dynamic, like our opener for our album release, they were saying like we're very sibling like. So we like argue all the time, but in like a funny way. Like we're not
Uh-huh.
actually being mean to each other. So I think it would genuinely just be like a super fun experience for all of us and like like a great way to get closer with each other as bandmates and friends.
And I was reading up on one of your interviews earlier, and it looks like that is your goal, is to do a nationwide tour one day,
Mhm.
right?
Yes, that's what we're hoping for.
Very, very cool.
Hopefully we get picked up by a bigger band, like less than Jake.
Yeah.
Like, guys,
I was
come
gonna
get
say,
us.
who is that band for you? But you just said Less Than
Yeah,
Jake.
we would that would be like the peak of our musical career if we got to play a show, much less a tour with them. Like that's really what we wish we could do one day.
They do like to take these bands coming up out with them, so you
Yeah,
never know.
maybe one day.
Yeah.
That would probably be the best moment of all of our lives.
And a lot of times these bands are looking for local openers, like what
Yeah.
happened. That's
Yeah, that's how we got the show with Catbite is because they were just like, well, honestly, they didn't even reach out to us. I reached out to them because I was like, oh, these guys are playing with Less Than Jake. We have to play with them. So I reached out and I was like, hey guys, we opened for Catch 22. Do you want us to open for you guys also? And they were like, sure, why not? And then
Wow.
when I was talking to the guitarist at the show, he was like, when I got that message, it reminded me of like how I was when I was a kid, just hoping that a bigger band would like pick us up and like let us play. So like I had to give you guys that opportunity. And I was like, wow, you guys are some of the
That's
great.
really awesome. Tim's
Yeah.
a great guy.
I
I'm
know, right?
friends with
Yeah.
them because they live here, so
Oh, wow.
I see them very often.
Yeah, they're great musicians, great people, just super kind. Like,
Absolutely.
all of them are so kind.
They really are. And I love that they're picking up all the local acts when they're out there because that's what people did for them. And they want to
Exactly.
pay
Yeah.
back. They want to just pay it back.
Yeah.
That's
If we
great.
ever get big, hopefully, when we get big, hopefully, I will definitely like that's something I'll want to do because like I've been there. You know what I mean? Like I will like whatever city
Hmm.
we're going to. Like my plan is to just grab as many locals as possible because like it's exciting for them. It's exciting for us to see new people coming up. You know, and I think that that would just be great.
Yeah, it's admirable. Like bands like Save Ferris, for instance,
Oh,
they
I love
grab
Steve Ferris. Yeah.
so many of my friends have opened for them because they grab a local opener for every one of their shows. And
Yeah, like that's such like that's just like the good thing to like that just makes me feel good. Like that's just such a nice thing to do.
yeah, fun times.
Definitely.
So since we're talking about dreams and you know, things that you want to do, we play this little game called Categories.
Ooh,
It has nothing to do with categories, if you know what that game is,
I
but
don't.
we like ska puns, so we just changed the name of categories to categories.
I would never guess by the magazine name. I could never guess that you guys like that.
So basically, it's just rapid fire questions, some things to
Oh,
get you
fun.
thinking, and
Okay, I'm locked in.
to share some things with fans. We
Yeah.
might throw in a fun one or two.
Oh, I'm excited.
You want to go first, Ryan?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
What's your favorite song to play?
Oh, off our album? Or can it be off our second album too? Because that's in the works.
Well, whatever you like.
What? Your second album's already in the works?
Yeah, my favorite song right now to play live is Pole Day. It's gonna be a track off our second album. It's super fun, super high energy, very, very ska. Like it's our most ska song yet, and it's definitely my favorite to play.
When we're done categories, we gotta circle
When
back
you're
to
having
this
that, yeah, we got
next album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's news. That's something we definitely gotta talk about.
Yeah, we do, because I didn't put that on the outline because I'm like, they just released an album. I'm not going to ask about new music. But since you put that out there.
That's not what you just made first. So,
Yeah.
you guys are
Yeah.
already in the news. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Gosh, I know the answer to this one already, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Who is your dream collab? Who are you making music with?
Okay, so I'm just surprise you here. So
Okay.
either Less Than Jake or Kill Lincoln.
I knew Less Than Jake was going to
Yeah,
be the answer.
I feel like any question that's related to another band, the answer is probably gonna be Less Than Jake. But probably Kill Lincoln too, because they're super high energy and fun also.
So what would you want to do with them?
Ooh, maybe like a feature, like we feature on one of their things or they feature on one of our things. That would be
Nice.
fun. Or even a split vinyl, like one song on each.
Oh, a Bad Time split.
Yeah.
What are they called again? Wave Breakers?
Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
So yeah,
That would
but
be
like I
fun.
think a split album would be cool, or like a collab, like a feature on a song would be cool.
Nice.
If you could play anywhere, real or fake, where would it be?
Oh, don't even ask me that. Okay, wait. Me personally, okay, have you guys ever seen Cobra Kai or Karate Kid?
Mhm.
I would want to play like at one of the All Valley tournaments. You know what I mean? Like I think that'd be
Oh,
so fun. Like what they did in like season 4 or 5 or something where they had I don't know, one of the big celebrity play there. I would love to do that. That's obviously a dream that's never gonna happen, but I would love to do that.
hey, you never know.
Who knows, guys? Let's make it happen.
Sky's the limit.
Right.
Punks
May-
are into karate.
Maybe you'll get like a spot in a TV series or a movie doing that. You never
That would
know.
be the coolest thing ever.
There is a ska band, not was, called Scapository. Great name for a ska band, right? They got onto a TV show recently where they were the Rude Boys in Blue. They were like undercover police officers in a band.
Oh, that's so
And
cool.
they had to, I forget what the song was. I did interview them about this, but I forget what it was called. Oh, Twist and Shout, but it was called Search and Frisk or something. And they
Oh
had
my
to,
god, that's so fun.
they had to do this ska song.
Oh, I love it.
But it was cool because it was like a TV series that's on, I don't know, Peacock or something. And they were like, they asked us to do this, and that's kind of cool.
That's
But they
amazing.
did take some slack about it because they were cops.
Oh no. Oh yeah. Probably honestly, dream place to play in real life is probably any like House of Blues, honestly.
Have
Sorry,
you been to a House of Blues show?
I have. I saw Suicide Machines at a House of Blues show once, and they were amazing.
Which one? Cleveland or?
Cleveland, yeah.
Okay.
And then I saw oh no, that wasn't House of Blues, never mind. That was Bogarts in Cincinnati.
Suicide Machines are like, well, they're my favorite ska punk band.
Oh my gosh, they're so amazing. I
Yes.
saw them at Grog Shop too, and I was given the mic
Oh.
like 4 to 5 times. It was pretty awesome.
Awesome. I'm gonna ask an Eric question just because we have one of our co-hosts, Eric, always ask if you could be any farm animal, what would it be and why?
Does like a fox count?
Sure.
Okay, because like they
Yeah.
low-key like they be eating the chickens. They're not exactly farm animals, but like they're on the farm sometimes.
Yeah.
Foxes are cool. I think that they're like they're cool because like no one really knows a lot about them and they make weird noises and I think that's cool. I haven't really put a lot of thought into it. That's just the first thing that came to mind.
And that's what this is basically about. Like, first thing you can think of, we've gotten some really bizarre answers.
What is your nerd fandom?
Oh my gosh, Cobra Kai. It's so bad. Like I have a million posters in my room and it's actually a problem and I got a ton of Cobra Kai stuff for my birthday because my parents know me so well, but that's my current like nerdy like focus right now.
And that's why you want to play there.
Yep. Could have never guessed.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever written a song about this?
One half of one of the verses the whole day, actually. One
That's
half
awesome.
of the second verse.
You're going on your first national tour. What are the top 3 things that you're going to list on your rider?
Oh, shoots, this is difficult. This is a very difficult question. Um, I don't even know because there's so many things. There are too many things. Okay, wait. What are your recommendations for me?
So I'll tell you, I just did a show and it wasn't like a big national tour, but there was a
Okay.
joke that there had to be peanut butter and jelly on the rider. So,
I'm thinking like there's so many things I would absolutely have to bring, but I know like all the other members have things that they would absolutely need to bring as well.
uh-huh.
Okay,
No,
probably.
no, no, you're not bringing it. They're giving it to you
Oh, they're
because you're
giving
playing
it
the
to
show.
us.
You're demanding these things. It's part of
Ooh.
your contract.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. That changes it up a little bit. Probably. Like if there's like a big band coming through that I really like maybe like a pair of tickets to that show would be cool. Or like, okay, so that's number one. Okay, number two. I don't even know. Like free shows are like the best.
Yeah.
Maybe like a shirt. Like if I'm playing a show with like a touring band, like I would love to get a free shirt. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And obviously like snacks. Like I absolutely love snacks. Maybe Oreos specifically would be great.
And there you have it.
Yeah, that would be it for me.
What's your favorite Oreo? Because they've got like 2 dozen now. It seems like.
Just like normal Oreos, honestly. I hate the double stuff because I always scrape out like the
Hmm.
part anyway. I just like the Oreo cookie. Like I don't like the filling.
Not the thin ones either.
No, because then the cookie's too thin and there's too much of the filling. I put a lot of thought
Don't get double stuff.
yeah, and my preferred Oreos. Dude, our drummer showed up with like Selena Gomez Oreos the other day, and it was the funniest thing ever because like he's like the biggest like deathcore, heavy metal, like that kind of like he listens to all that kind of music. And he's like, "Oh my God, Sophia, like these Selena Gomez Oreos are like so good," or like whatever celebrity it was. And I was like, "Why are you eating that?" And he was like, "They taste good, okay?" And I was like, "Okay, man." It was just so out of pocket for Caleb. It was so funny.
I went to Buffalo Ska Fest last year and there was a band playing called Do It With Malice and they handed out Oreos to the crowd after their
Really?
set. And I was like, that was so cool. Everyone got an
That's like the
Oreo.
nicest thing to
Yeah.
do.
Uh-huh. It was fun.
Sounds like a great time.
So maybe you want to play with them because they'll bring the Oreos.
That will like check off like one of the top two things I need in my life, so that's great.
Foam swords are always fun too.
Oh
Foam
yeah.
swords,
We've
yeah.
been to a few shows here lately that had foam
We had a
swords.
ton of balloons at our record release. We didn't bring them. I don't know who brought them, but people kept throwing them and it was awesome.
Oh, cool.
Very cool.
Are there videos out on YouTube from the release show?
Not yet. I've been slacking because I've been so busy with school starting up.
So you
Um,
haven't seen like any of the fans out there putting them up?
I have
Or
seen the videos. Like,
okay.
my dad records everything like from the back
Ah,
because he's always out by the sound guy because he's like our stage manager type thing. So I have seen videos of the like show, but I haven't posted any yet.
you got
So
anything else for categories, Ryan?
I'm just excited to hear about this.
Yeah, me too. New
record.
music.
Yeah. So for the second album, we've actually played a lot of the songs live for a while now, but they just didn't make the cut to be on the first album because they were too new when we were recording. So we have 10 tracks written so far for the second album.
Wow.
Um, so far, 7 of them are finished. 3 of them our bassist needs to learn because she missed the last practice and she missed a lot. But someone had to hang out with her boyfriend. Anyway, point being, we have a lot of new stuff going on. Those were all more collaborative. We did take a more advanced direction for the second album. Like it's a lot more like lots of more depth and layers. Like I would say our style is already evolving. Like there's a lot more ska, like fast ska. Um
Oh,
and like some heavier stuff too, and even a couple songs that have like odd time signatures. So we've kind of just been experimenting a lot, and we think that it sounds really cool. It doesn't sound like too close to the first album, whereas people will get bored of it, but it sounds similar enough to SABON, whereas people will still listen to it.
I'm excited.
Me
So
too.
what is you literally just released your album 10 days ago,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Am I right on that? Yeah, 10 days.
Yeah, I
And
think
what
so,
do you
yeah.
think in the timeline on this is?
We're hoping to get in the studio by January and maybe have it out mid next year.
Damn.
We're trying to be very ambitious.
That is that's incredible.
Thank you.
Seriously.
um,
I
10
didn't expect
songs
to hear that
already
at
is-
all.
Yeah, 10 songs already is on your way to another LP. Like,
yeah, definitely.
It's like the Suicide Machines when they wrote their second album. It was really fast, but
Yeah,
I don't know if it was that fast.
they got it out really fast though.
Yeah,
I
they
mean, like,
did.
checking that out. Yeah.
So you're following their footsteps.
Yes, that means we must be doing something right because they're amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of my favorite tracks are actually on the second album. Like I like a lot of the songs better than I like the ones on the first album. Like they're just so much more fun to play, and I do a lot of more like horn parts, lots of saxophone and trombone because like there wasn't a crazy amount of that on the first album. So the second one it definitely leans more into the ska. So if anyone has already listened to the first album and they're like, "You guys said you're ska punk, where's the ska?" It's like, okay, well it's coming. You just gotta be patient. Like there's a lot of ska. There's gonna be so much, so many horns.
So you think all of the songs on this next album are all of the members you have now collaborated on them, or some of them old too?
They're all brand new.
Oh,
All within
that's
like
awesome.
yeah,
Okay.
all within the last 6 months. Like they're very fresh. Um, I think our bassist wrote a couple bass parts. Obviously, like Sylvia is like the primary songwriter. She wrote most of it. But our drummer has come up with every single drum part, and he's done a great job at that too. He's very talented, as I've probably mentioned like 400 times. But like
Yes.
yeah, so it's kind of been the same process, but at our last practice, we did more of a collaborative thing where it's like we came up with all of it together at the same time. And that turned out really cool because it's like there were ideas getting thrown around that I never even thought of before. So we have a lot of more like unique stuff just because of the fact that like there's been a lot more collaboration on it.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Are there any cover songs that you play live?
So obviously Surrender we've been doing, but we have replaced that with a cover of We Built This City by Starship.
Oh, that's
Um,
fun.
except we made it ska punk, so it's like triple the speed, and there's horns and ska parts and pauses and all that fun stuff, and lots of very fast, like the punk drumming, like the dooch, dooch, like that type punk drumming in the entire song, and it's very fun to play.
You said you play saxophone, right?
Yes, tenor saxophone.
Were any other horns added, or is it just saxophone?
We are adding trombone to the studio version, but we don't have a trombone player yet. My
Okay.
sister Sylvia, the guitarist, she plays trombone, so she's gonna do all that in the studio, but we don't know, like we are looking for a trombone player, but we're kind of just waiting for the right moment, like we're not in a
Hmm.
rush. Like down the line, we definitely would like more horn players.
Is there trombone in all of the songs, or is it just
Just a couple, like
okay?
a lot of like behind the verse, like the little ditties in there and all that stuff. Like we would like to have it like doubled with sax and trombone. But like there's a couple saxophone solos in the new stuff that I really enjoy playing. That those obviously wouldn't have any other horns over because I need my
Right.
saxophone moment. But like we would definitely like to have like just like maybe like a third or a fifth harmony with just like the sax and the trombone for most of the parts.
yeah, we've apparently if you put out a Craigslist ad for a instrument, you never know what you're gonna get.
Dude,
People-
Craigslist is another realm. Like you never even know what's happening on there. It's terrifying.
Are you
Yeah,
saying that because of the 2:30 message today, or whatever that was?
no, who we interviewed was that New England. It was it Scapository?
Maybe it might have been
I want to say it was Scapository.
because I just saw that 2:30 was looking for, I don't know, a trumpet player or
Yeah,
something,
they're
and
looking for a trumpet player. I saw that too.
they
They got
started with
everything
Craigslist,
but a
and
bass player.
they said that was not the way to go.
You know what you could use? You could use Bandmix. Like there's like a ton of people on there and they have like little bios of like what their goals are. That place is pretty cool.
I know Horn Pub has a channel for horn players as well.
That's an interesting name for a website.
Horn Pub, it's a Facebook group.
Yeah, run by Matt Wixon from Detroit.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I
which
might
is
have to
not
check
that
it
far
out.
from, so it might be a pretty decent pool.
Yeah, that might be cool. Yeah, it's just hard
Yeah, it's
finding
a
people,
huge
like, in
group.
the area, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that would definitely help us find a trombonist because we're definitely looking for someone like young, high energy, like someone who kind of fits the profile.
And you just want someone who's going to play live shows with you, right? Or do you want someone to
yeah.
be a full band member?
I mean, if they were able to come in the studio, that'd be awesome.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, yeah, a full band member would be great. And if they were to do live shows, we would add a lot more trombone to live stuff, so that way they're not just sitting there for most of the set.
Right. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to add? Upcoming shows or
We do have a show coming up, I think it's on the 10th of October. we are going to be playing at Brothers Lounge in Cleveland on October 10th. I was right. It's a Friday night. Show's at 8 p.m. We're gonna be playing there with 3 other really cool skate bands, so that's gonna be awesome. Like kind of skate punk vibe,
Mhm.
and I think that that's gonna be a super fun show. We're gonna debut a lot of our new songs there, so that's definitely something you want to see.
Nice. Are these all local bands?
Yes, yeah, it's a little local show, yeah.
Can you tell us a lesser known or underrated band, maybe someone we would not have heard of that you think we should check out? And it does not have to be
Oh,
ska
okay.
because
Let me
we like
think.
everything.
Oh, I was gonna say Quick Mystery, but they stopped being a band. They were our opener for our album release. That was their final show. Great people, super talented.
Well, their music's still out there, I would think,
It
right?
is. It is.
Check it
Yeah, and
out.
they're really great. I think they're actually dropping 3 more singles before they're like done.
Huh.
They're amazing, super nice people as well as like really good music. I'm trying to think of like other local bands I've played with that I've like loved. From Columbus, there's Cursed Rosie. They just put out an album. They're really great. They sound a lot like Alkaline Trio, which is
Oh, I
really
love
cool.
Alkaline Trio.
Yeah, me too. I have
I
the
see. I see it.
yeah. I saw their Columbus show. They're so good. Anyway, yeah, Cursed Rosie is a great band to check out as well.
Awesome. These bands that you play with out there, is there like are there a lot of young bands that come together and play, or are you playing
Wow.
with older bands?
I think the youngest people that we get is like sophomore or junior year of college. Like there's
Okay.
not a lot of like teenage bands. And if there are, then a lot of them are like run by their parents where they like micromanage everything, which I'm not a crazy fan of. Because like
You don't
personally,
have to deal with that?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I do
Yeah.
all of my managing myself. I do all my booking myself, and it's like I don't need someone else's parent breathing down my neck about something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fair. I hope you guys keep doing what you're doing, and I love the sound. I love the album. I love how there's different parts and elements in the like. I feel like there really is features of each of your instrumental talents throughout
Yeah.
each of the songs. And I love how much effort you've put into the lyrics.
Thank you. Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you so much. I pour my heart into all my lyrics. I want people to know that they have someone they could relate to. Oh my gosh,
We're like,
someone who's like, guys, finally someone who I found my people. Like everyone else
yeah.
was just like, oh my gosh, guitar solo, bass solo, drum parts. Like, guys, the
Yeah.
lyrics mean
It's
so
all in
much.
the lyrics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
And
really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thank
of
you so much for
course.
coming on, and
Oh, yeah,
hope
of course.
to show
Yeah,
you.
we'll be looking out for that new album next year.
Oh yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it when it comes out. We already also know what it's called, but I'm not gonna say that yet.
Oh.
But
Hmm.
it's
Who came
like
up with the name? Was it a
Caleb.
collaborative thing?
Caleb came
Caleb?
up with this. He
That
actually didn't even try to. He made a joke, and then we were all like, "That's so funny! It's gonna be the album name." And he was like, "You guys better give me credit for it." So here you go, Caleb. You came up with the second album name.
All
But
right, so when this album's ready to come out, we'll have you all on so Caleb can tell us about it.
oh yes, that would be fantastic.
We will do that.
Where can the listeners buy the first one though?
The first album is on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, Apple Music, Pandora, and like, shoot, I think it's on like everything except SoundCloud.
Is it on Bandcamp?
I don't know. I think
Okay.
someone was telling us to put it on there, but so we released through DistroKid, so whatever
Uh-huh.
platforms they do, we did every single one. So
Okay.
it's on a lot of platforms. So if you can't find it, like just drop a comment and we'll try to find it for you and then send it to you.
Is there any physical media? CDs,
CDs.
cassettes?
We've
Oh,
got
there are.
CDs.
Okay.
I would love to make cassettes. I'm all about that kind of media.
They're
I have
coming
a
back.
Walkman. I have a Walkman I got for my birthday, and it's my favorite thing ever. But
Nice.
like, yeah, we're gonna try to maybe get vinyls pressed at some point too. But we do have CDs for now.
Very good. All right. Well, unless you have something else to add, I guess we can wrap this up.
I think that covered just about everything.
Everybody go follow Sabon. Sabon?
Savon Band.
Sabon.
Yeah, on
Scanabunka 9.
Santa Bucko 9, you know it.
And listen to their music. Catch them at a show if you can. Look out for
Oh
them
yeah.
to come to a city near you in the next couple years.
Hopefully we come. We really want to tour like locally, like Pennsylvania,
Oh,
Illinois,
yeah.
Tennessee, Kentucky, those kind of areas. We're trying to organize that, so keep your eye out.
Yeah, let us know if you want to come out to Philly. We can hook you up.
Ooh, that'd be awesome.
In Michigan.
And
And
Michigan.
well, you already know that we're gonna be there by the end of the year, so you're in luck.
I think what he's trying to say is he is a committee chairman for a local theater where he's starting to have shows, but he also thinks it would be a great spot to shoot a music video.
We are shooting a music video actually for one of the songs off our first album, so I'll have to keep that in mind when we're in the area. because we are releasing a music video for
Music videos are so much fun.
They are. I'm so excited. We have a whole script written, like scenes and everything. We're very passionate about
Oh,
it.
cool.
It's gonna be a really fun music video. And I might as well say what song it is. It's gonna be for Glue Sniffer for everyone that guessed
Oh, I
it.
really
Yeah.
like that song.
Yes, so many
Yeah.
people guessed it, but I didn't want to say yet. But it's gonna be for Glue Sniffer, and I think everyone's gonna like it.
All right, well, thank you again for joining us, and he's gone.
Oh, he's
I don't
out
know if he's
here.
gonna
He's
come
gone.
back,
I
but
mean, his device could have died. To be fair,
it could have.
that could
I
be the device.
want to thank everybody for listening, everyone for checking out this band. If you're hearing of them for the first time, great, because that's why we do this. We want to introduce you to bands you haven't heard. And we're asking you to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, Facebook, and YouTube and Spotify to keep up with our episodes, and watch out for more bands you might not have heard of.
Good stuff. Thank you for having me.
That's it. Thank you. Have a great night.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, hey. My head is pounding and I can't stop thinking about you and all the things you said or things you haven't bothered to do. And I don't wanna bring it up because I like the things we have a lot, so sit tight and I'll figure it out. When I had to stop myself from crying after I wrote down everything you didn't do. So I don't know if it's really true. You meant it when you said I love you. Hey, hey. My head is pounding and I can't sleep. Kept awake by thoughts of you, thoughts of me, thoughts of what will never ever be. I don't wanna bring it up. I can't be the one to mess this up. I guess that I can just wait it out. When I had to stop myself from crying after I wrote down everything you didn't do. So I don't know if it's really true. You meant it when you said I love you. When I had to stop myself from crying after I wrote down everything you didn't do. So I don't know if it's really true. I really meant it when I said I had to find out from my best friend that you forgot about last Tuesday. So I don't know if it's really true. Did you really mean it when you said I love